What is going on, lunatics? You want to know something? I'm not a snake. Sometimes I get excited. Sometimes I will tell you something with hyperbole. Sometimes you will hear me say things like, I think it's going to be awesome because I have an opinion that it's going to be awesome. But you know what I'm not going to do? I'm not going to use you and then try to dismiss you out of hand. I'm not going to mock you. I'm not going to make fun of you. I'm not going to, guys, you know what I'm talking about, right? You see it everywhere. You're starting to see it all over the place. You see these people who used to be your buddies, every chance they get, they're talking shit about you, or they're mocking you, or you can't go into their chat or their live stream or one of their recordings or see their, you can't go anywhere without somebody having some kind of comment. Hey, listen, I'm still making Terra Luna content. I'm still making the same content I was making before. I'm not sucking Doge coins, whatever, right? I'm not talking about other tokens and kind of leaving you high and dry with no information. There are a few of us out there that believe in this product in the long term, that think that it's going to have it and that it should be covered. And we're going to see ups, we're going to see downs. I'm going to be here for it. I hope you're here for me. It's not financial advice, but I'm always right.
Everybody listen up. Let's get it. I'm trying to put money in your pocket. That crypto wallet. That bing bada bing ching ching big profit. Even when the market's sideways, I'm looking for ways to get paid.
All right, guys, before we go on, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell to be notified of new content, and leave a comment down below. The comment is so important. So is the like button or the dislike button if you don't like what I was saying. I don't care whether it's a like or dislike. That still moves the needle for me, and it helps people find this information. Now, some people who are lying to you, they get that algorithm going. And there are a few of us who've been genuine, or at least who try to be genuine with you and just try to tell you what's going on and then give our opinion of what's happening, right? So if you like us, follow us. If you don't like us, that's okay too. But anyway, let's talk about the price action over the weekend. We saw, especially Sunday night about 3 a.m. when the European market woke up. Now, the European market has been sending things. You look here at 3 o'clock, they've been sending it. You look here at 3 o'clock, they've been sending it. This is the European market waking up. So what we saw the little breakout. We got over this little resistance line. And then after getting over that resistance line, we've seen this, we've bounced it, we've used it as support a couple times. And now we're starting to, and by virtue, by the way, we're trending sideways. So we've broken this almost as a consequence of where it was. Now, and that's okay. But what we also have as we do this is we've kind of formed a little bit of a parallel channel here that you can see kind of playing itself out. Now, this little bit right here, this was Saturday, and you could kind of feel there was a little bit of a something in the air Saturday, that there was a lot of profit taking, that was a lot of push down, and you were getting that right around the time that the Asian, the Japanese, the Australian market. So there's probably something going on there. But as you look through this and as you find it, then you get, okay, well, here it is at 3 a.m. Suddenly the European market spikes everything. You see just green candle after green candle after green candle. Now, it didn't stay up that way, but if you were at any point playing around trying to make swing trades or anything like that, then you see here that you drop down into that 23 range, not the place that you want to be. But listen, this has been the comfortable channel, and then moved all the way up to 27. Now, that's a big 10% increase in just a very short period of time. So if you took your profit, then good for you. But by the same token, USTC also did the same thing right at the same time. So it didn't really help. The important thing, however, is you're starting to see a difference develop in this. So you're looking over here and you're seeing we got a very nice big spike over here Thursday on the 27th. Did we get the same thing over here? We didn't get the same thing. So you've got a decoupling right now. So if you're trying to move back and forth and you're trying to make plays off of it, then it does present itself as some opportunity. You just have to figure out how this pattern best works for you, and then just kind of play and see what happens. You see the big green candle right here is at 3 a.m. You see the big green candle here is at 3 a.m. So you know that there's something going on with the European market. I'm not saying it's going to have a big green candle again. I'm saying that once you recognize it, then you can try to figure out what is going on. Take a look over here. You see the same thing happen about 3 o'clock. It's a little weird that it's all happening at the same time. But the other important thing to notice is that Luna Classic right now is moving a little bit in the red on the downside, while Ethereum is moving on the upside. So it looks like we might be having another decoupling here, because you see here the DXY is moving upwards. Luna Classic is not. So but Ethereum is moving along with it. So again, this is all about finding patterns and trying to figure out what is going on in the markets. we were looking at the Dow Jones. And I know the Dow Jones doesn't mean anything to you if you're overseas for the most part, but if you look at the Dow Jones has been out of control for the last bunch of days. But let's move on from there. I expect that we're probably going to have another big run in the market over the next couple of days, but still have a delegation over here of 10,717,000. We've got 15,900 so far. We are staking, excuse me. We are staking over here with Classy Crypto, Vegas Morph, all nodes. We're trying to get a little bit everywhere just to kind of spread it out, give everybody a little bit of a say in ours. The burn from Binance came in. It was 1.258 billion. Not gigantic. It is what it is at this point. And yet a lot of people who are talking smack about it constantly because it's not going to be enough, and they have no idea what's going on. Now, listen, there's a lot of people that you're listening out here. They don't pay attention to anything. They have no idea what's going on. They're not involved in the Discord. They don't pay attention to what is actually happening, but they're talking to you like they know what's going on. And they're telling you they think something's going to happen or they don't think something's going to happen, and they have no idea what's going on. What they're doing is they'll focus on this and they'll say, well, Binance only doing 1.2 billion burn. It's going to take 900 million billion years or 100 years or whatever period of time they decided in their mind that this it's going to take this long, right? Well, let's go back a month and a half ago where Edward Kim himself said, yeah, this was plan B the whole time. Plan A was something entirely different, which is not here yet. But here we are bitching about it as if this was the end, right? There's not even utilities and use cases. But speaking of that, we're going to get to that in just a second. The Terra Classic is still trading at a volume of 300 million on the day, down from 400 million over the weekend, but the market cap is back up over 1.6 billion. So people are still active here. People are still trading here. There's still money to be made here, and there's still opportunity. Same thing over here when you look at USTC, trading at a 381 million market cap with a 3.8 cent buy rate. Now, this is getting back into the buy zone. If you look over here, you can see here, when you get back down here in this 3.8, you usually spike up here to 4.6, or in this case up here, you got up to like 6 cents. So what you're looking for is you're looking for like under 3.5 cents, under 3.5 cents, especially down here in the 3 cent range. If you can get that, or if you can, I guess the world's burning, or you can get down here as deep as you possibly can, then there's some opportunity. So wait for this dip, see how this dip plays out. You might be able to take an opportunity on that one for a moon project. But Terra Rebels also announced that their first layer 2 application is ready for launch. You can navigate to the website and participate here at terrarebels.net. It's 5,000 LUNC per ticket, and it is a lottery. So you can win. There's an opportunity to win on this lottery. And, maybe if you're interested, go participate, see what it's like, have a little fun. Maybe you win the lottery. Who knows? And then finally over here is a small clip from Zeradar. That's Tobias talking about his thoughts on the burn rate. And he says what we were just saying right here. At some point, he says that it's going to take about 100 years at the current burn rate in order to burn. So having small burns right now is very important because it continues to move that needle. But the most important part is to develop utilities that you charge fees for, and then you use burns on those fees, and you continue to dwindle the tokens down. And that's part of what we're talking about when we do the repeg, when we do all of these little pieces that go along with it. And remember, when you're looking at who these people are, and let's move on, when you're looking at who the people are, you have Edward Kim, who's basically the moon boy. He's the guy that wants to come up with a process in which we can start to diminish this supply as quickly as possible. Alex, kind of in the middle, same way, wants to come up with a way that we don't carry the debt of USTC over into this whole process. And then we have Tobias, who is trying to build, and Tobias is Zeradar if you're not paying attention, and he's trying to build a long-term ecosystem that will thrive and that people will be there for. Now, process is going to take a while. It's going to take a few years for it to build out. Now, it's going to be plenty of opportunity for you to make profit and to make money. The question is, how soon and how quickly can these real burns happen? Well, we got to get there first because we still have a roadmap. But when we get through this roadmap, we'll start to get a clearer idea what we're doing right now, what I've done before, what a lot of us have done before, that moon boy projection saying, if these guys do this, this, and this is mathematically what could happen. Well, none of that math has actually worked out the right way, whether it be because Binance are a bunch of weak-handed hoes that don't do what the community wants. And there's people that are literally arguing about, well, it did. The burn didn't work. Well, of course it didn't work because they didn't do it. They burned 1/12 basically of what they were supposed to burn. So when they're burning 1 billion, they should have burned like 12 billion. When they burned 2 billion, they should have burned like 24 billion. That burn would have been more significant if everybody had participated, but they didn't, right? So then you have to ask yourself, like, what do we do next? So we've got that 0.2% proposal out there. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how this all manifests itself. But at the end of the day, here's what matters. What matters is creating a viable ecosystem that works for the community. If we can do that, then we're going to be all right. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I know I got a little wordy here today, but I'm kind of passionate about the project, and I'm kind of passionate about you hearing the truth every day about what is going to happen next, and I'll be here to keep you updated on it. So if you like it, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell to be notified. If you don't like it, later, bro. It's not financial advice. My name's Bleez. I am always right. We will talk to you again soon.
I'm trying to put money in your pocket, that crypto wallet, that bing bada bing ching ching big profit. Even when the market's sideways, I'm looking for ways to get